What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Forces of Nature Pokemon team. This one is for Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Jeremy, this one is for you. Now tonight, people, I should be doing a live stream on Twitch. I may even be doing a reaction to the Nintendo Direct. If for some reason I don't get this video up tonight, just disregard that, and I will be streaming on Twitch, just doing some shiny hunting. What is your favorite legendary trio? Leave it below in the comment section. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If you don't have a favorite legendary trio, just leave a legendary Pokemon or mythical Pokemon you really like. Okay, these battles were done on... This was actually done on my Twitch, so if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, make sure you do. Link is in the description there. I should be streaming tonight, and hope you guys can make it come along. Also, I want to have a big thank you to everyone. I actually managed to get the partnership on Twitch. Thank you so much to all the people that came and support me there, and we'll be doing streams probably a lot more often there. Okay, so this was a battle against Cobra. We have a Scizor lead here, which is fairly tanky. Now, obviously, this was... Yeah, these were some fairly strong Pokemon, so I come up with some classic Pimpnite sets, and they were pretty fun. So, this was my physical Thundurus. We've got the Prankster ability and Citrus Berry as the item. We've got Wild Charge, U-Turn, Knockoff, and Superpower. Now, Scizor is going to be a bulky, roosting, defensive kind of wall, so I'm going to go into my Tornadus. Now, Tornadus, I noticed... it got Gust, so I couldn't help myself. It got Gust, alright? So we got Gust, Icy Wind, and I've also got Air Slash as well. I put Air Slash on there just for flinching, but we're mainly going to use Gust for Z Gust. So we got the ability as Regenerator and Flyinium Z as the item, max special attack and max speed. Now I put Timid Nature on this one. So going for the Supersonic Scum Strike on the Scizor. Now, the good thing about this, the Z move, right, is I can hide the move. Like, I can hide Gust. Like, people would think, you know, it's a better flying type move. So I can hide Gust and then disrespect KO them in there. Anyway, so we got the Gastrodon coming out. There's no way I can really get around this apart from Grass Knot. So go for the big Grass Knot on the Gastrodon. And it's not enough to take it out. However, it's going to go for the Acid Armor, which is quite good. These two Pokemon were like really, really bulky. Actually, most of this team was like really tanky, kind of stally Pokemon. So we got the second Grass Knot on the Gastrodon, and that's going to take it out. So I'm glad I run Grass Knot in this set. The other moves I've got, well, Icy Wind, if I didn't say that right, we've got Icy Wind and Air Slash too. Icy Wind was just to slow speedy Pokemon down for any, like, 4 times weak to ice. Alright, so now we got this Spiritomb coming in, another tanky, bulky kind of Pokemon. I've got to swap out because I cannot touch that one at all. So we're going to go back into the Thundurus now, the Theorem form. So what I did, right, is I had two, I had the Force of Nature, then I had like their Theorem forms, right, to make up the 6 Pokemon. So we got the Spiritomb swapping out, and we got the Scizor coming back in that is on full health. Okay, so on this set was rather interesting. Now, I did happen to notice it got Thundershock. So we got Nasty Pot, Thundershock, Grass Knot, and Charge. So what the idea, right, is to go for the Nasty Pot, right? Boost that special attack nice and quick, and then go for the Charge, going to boost up the next electric type attack, and then go for a mighty Thundershock to one-hit KO everything. Alright, so we got the Nasty Pot up, we got the Charge up, it's time to go for the Thundershock. And guess what? Scizor lived it! Oh, it's so bad! And now we got the, I think that was that Fury Cutter coming from the Scizor. And it's going to have the Bullet Punch as well. Both of them are not going to do too much, but obviously it didn't have a lot to hit me with there. And I'm going to take it out with the Thunder Shot. I thought the +2 Nasty Bot Thunder Shot with a Charge would actually be enough to one-shot Scizor, but it wasn't. It was a very, very bulky Scizor. Okay, so now we got Jasmine coming. Like, this was, like, all 4 of these Pokemon are, like, really bulky and stally. So, there's not much I can do other than hit Ampharos between the legs with the Grass Knot. And now we got the Magnetic Flux. So, it's going to get a little bit bulky. And there's not really too much I can do. Unless I want to start going for Nasty Plots against the Ampharos. I'm guessing it probably has Rest or something, but I want to leave that for a little bit later on. So I'm going to go into my Landorus. Now this Landorus, this was my troll Landorus. Not that the other sets were troll. This is probably the most trolly set that I had. So on this one we had Fissure, Smackdown, and Explosion. And we got the Sand Force ability, which is going to be so handy in this team with all the, with all the Sandstorm happening. And we got the item as the Assault Vest. Max health, max speed. Okay, so go for the Fissure. Ampharos is going to dodge that one. Now it's going to go for the Signal Beam. Now, Signal Beam is not going to be very effective at me at all. Now, I do have Explosion and Smackdown, but I thought, let's go for the Fissures again. Let's see if I can take out the Ampharos with Fissure. Looking at my team, right, I had, like, really, they were good Pokemon, but I had, like, really trashy trolley sets. So they actually couldn't do a lot of damage, and this Ampharos was, you know, it was kind of walling me. So we're going to go back into the Thundurus. This was the physical Thundurus with the wild charge. Now I also have on this one, I had knockoff. I believe, yeah, knockoff, U-turn, superpower, and wild charge. Obviously I wasn't going to use wild charge. So going for the knockoff. Now, knockoffs are not going to do anything at all. I just want to see how bulky it was and what other moves the Ampharos had. So I've got my berry there. It's got the discharge as well. There wasn't much I could do to it. I really needed to take it out with the fissure. That was it. Like, I had no other option than the fissure or go for an explosion that's try and chip its health down. Okay, so now we've got the discharge again. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot to hit my Landorus. So it's got the signal beam and it's got the discharge, right? So both of those moves obviously can't do anything against me. And it's got magnetic flux and rest too. So I was like, all I got to do here is go for the scumbag fissure and land it. Now the problem here was I was actually starting to, you know, get low on those fissures. So on this on this set, right, I had 8 fissures, right, and I'd already used up. I think that was like 4 or 5 I'd already used up. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze real quick. So if I sneeze, I'm gonna have to I'll just be like, I'm gonna take a sneeze break, all right, guys. So anyway, I'm going for the fissure again, and it misses. I think at this point I've only got like 2 left or something like that. Ampharos is gonna keep. If Ampharos takes me out with signal beam, man, it's gonna have to use all of its PP. It's gonna be so disrespectful. Finally, I get the fissure off, and Ampharos goes down. Man, I think that was my second last fissure. It would have been terrible if I didn't actually land against Ampharos. So finally, that Stolly Pokemon goes down, and now we got we got the Cincino, Mincino coming out here. This is like their first kind of real offensive Pokemon. So I was like, let's just go for Explosion. That's the best I could do here. Smackdown is not going to be enough to take it out. So the Explosion takes it out in one shot, which is really nice. And I was kind of happy with that result. I buried 3 Pokemon. So I've still got 5 Pokemon left. So things are looking pretty, they're looking pretty dang good at the moment. So into my Tornadus here. Now the Tornadus was the Z Gust set. You guys already know that. And we got the Drapion coming in. So like, okay, Drapion's fairly tanky too. Is this going to be a stalling set too? Or is it going to be like a more offensive one? So going for the Gust. And now we got a Z move coming from the Drapion. So as soon as I see Normalium Z, I'm like, I think this could be Z Acropressure, because I've actually used this set myself. What it does, it boosts the critical hit ratio, works nicely with Drapion's ability, and it boosts like a random stat. So now we got the special defense Rising Sharper there. So like, oh crap, no, my moves aren't going to be doing too much now. So going for the Gust again there, and it does amazing. The damage blew Drapion away, alright guys. Anyway, so we got the Night Slash coming from the Drapion, does a lot of damage there, almost taking Tornadus out. And going for the Gust, I just really have to do some damage here and then swap something in to actually take it out. So now we got the Drapion go for Acropressure. Obviously, it's got enough room to use it more. It's going to get actually Rise there, which is kind of useless because all its moves, I'm guessing, are 100%. So now go for another Gust. I was like, can I take this Drapion out with the Gust? So now we've got the Drapion go for another Acropressure, and it gets something really bad. It gets an evasion boost, because that means like my moves can start missing. Anyway, so going for the Gust again. I need probably like 3 more Gusts to low-key take it out. And now it's going to go for a Poison Tail and take out my Tornadus. Alright, so we got to get rid of this Drapion with it's got a +2 in evasion, a +2 in special defense, and it's got like basically the 100% crit ratio. Alright, so going to Thundurus here. Going for the Thundershot. Thundershot misses! And now the Drapion's going to be able to go for a Poison Tail, and that is going to take me out, man. Things are not looking too good at the moment. That evasion is actually really helping out this Drapion. And we still have a Spiritomb to deal with as well. So we got 3 more Pokemon going into Thundy this time. Now this was the physical Wild Charge set. I thought, let's go for the Wild Charge. Wild Charge misses! Oh my god! And now we got the Drapion go for the Night Slash. And that's going to do big damage, taking me out. So I'm down to 2 Pokemon. Man, this scumbag accuracy, like, come on. So now we got the Thundurus, the Tornadus. Sorry, I'm getting my genies mixed up. Anyway, so I'm gonna rub my little lamp for some luck, and the Acrobatics is gonna hit, and that takes out the Drapion. Man, that was very, very close there. Okay, so the last, but it doesn't end here, people. The last Pokemon is the Spiritomb. The best move I got. Actually, if I didn't go over what this set was, we've got Acrobatics, Iron Tail, Knockoff, and U-Turn, Max Attack, and Max Speed. So go for Knockoff to start things off with, getting rid of the Chester Bro. So obviously it's got Rest as well. So I think like most of those Pokemon have a healing move. So it's got it's got Carmine, Rest, and it's got some kind of dark or ghost move. That's what I was thinking at this point. I was like, okay, well, the best I can do here is go for the U-turn, and then I can swap another Pokemon in to try and take it out. So U-turn doesn't do too much. I just want to kind of swap in my last Pokemon to see what I can do. So this is my Landorus. This is my Specs Landorus. Probably the best set on my team out of all these. So we've got max health and max special attack. Now we've got the ominous winds coming from the Spiritomb there, and it gets an ominous wind boost. I'm like, oh, come on. So I've got Earth Power, Focus Mist, which is not going to do anything, Psychic, which is not going to do anything, and I've also got, that was just, I think it was like Hidden, I'm not sure what Hidden Power that was running. It was just like whatever one I had on the set at the time. So we got, no, I had Calm Mind, right? And instead of running Life Orb, right, before the battle, I accidentally put Choice Specs on there instead. So, like, during the battle, right, I was using Calm Minds. I was like, this is really good because I can match the Calm Minds on the Spiritomb, right? And then I figured out during the battle that instead of putting Life Orb on there, I'd put Choice Specs and the Salt. Oh, I can't believe how salty it is, right? So I've got all these Calm Minds. I'm like, you know, ready to attack now, guys, but I had to swap out. So that was terrible. So now going back into my Tornadus, I did this battle like about, I don't know, it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So when I attached my items, I probably wasn't awake all that much. So that's got Snarl to drop the special attack of the opponent. So that kind of sucks there for special attackers. This is my physical set, so I can go for Acrobatics, which is my most powered up move there. Does pretty good damage, I guess, due to the Ominous Wind boost. And now Spiritomb's going to go for another Ominous Wind against me. It doesn't get another boost, thank God. I can go for another Acrobatics here, but Acrobatics is not going to be enough to take it out. And it lives on 1 health. I'm just going to say that. Got to plug my merch. And now we got the Ominous Wind taking out the Tornadus. So the last Pokemon I've got is the Choice Specs Calm Mind Landorus. Guys, you need to run Choice Specs Calm Mind Landorus, right? Just run it. You'll never be let down. Alright, so we got the Intimidate, which changed this entire battle, and now I can go for the Earth Power and just take it out there. And that one is the game, man. This was a long battle. It was like, I think it was like 45 turns or something like that. I'm not sure what it was, but it was like really long, like something else. Alright, let's get into the next battle. This was a battle on my Discord this time. Discord is in the description, people. This was against Amazon, the Evan. Alright, so now we got interestingly here being the Torkoal. Now I'm leaning off things with the Tornadus. I nearly sneezed then, holy crap. Guys, I had this sneeze inside of me for this entire narration. Low-key at the end, I'm just going to do the biggest sneeze ever. So, we got the, I was thinking, I could lure them into thinking I'm not going to do too much damage with a Gust, and then, pop that Z-Gust at the last moment. However, we got a physical Torkoal going for the Skull Bash. It's going to have a Power Herb, which is going to activate its head right away, crashing into my Tornadus. Does some pretty big damage there, over half health. Now, I thought, well, I don't want to pop my Z-move, like, real quick. I want to do it after this, because it should be in enough range to actually take it out. Rock Slide actually misses against me. That definitely mattered. That would have absolutely taken me out there. So I'm going to go for my Z-move down. I was hoping this would be enough to take it out because I knew like a Rock Slide was coming my way. I need a drink real quick. I think, does this need to like turn into a meme? Like I need a drink like every battle. Like usually around the 12, 13 minute mark I need a drink. Okay, we're all up. I was going to say something else there. We've got a lot of fluids in our body now, people. And that's going to take out the Torkoal with the Flying Enium Z Gust. So off to a pretty flying start here. And now we've got the Magmortar coming in. So it's like, okay, it's got pretty good special defense here. Let's just go for the Icy Wind to slow it down. And I might be able to take it out with any whatever my remaining Pokemon there. So anyway, we got the Magmortar's speed dropping there. And now we've got the Z-move coming from the Magmortar here. It's going to be, I guess it's like Flamethrower, Fire Blast. Low-key hoping it was Ember. And that's, there's no way I'm going to be able to live that one. I've still got 5 Pokemon remaining though. So, it's kind of fine. So we got the Inferno Overdrive. Man, I'm really interested to see what the next feature in the 2019 games are going to be. Like, what is it going to be? Like, we've had Z-moves, Megas. Like, what is it going to be? Like, has anyone got any ideas? Like, leave it below in the comments. I'd like to, hear your thoughts and stuff. Okay, so now we've got the Thundurus coming in, which is, this is the bulky, this is a physical set. So now I can go for the Wild Charge here. Now, I was thinking this should do some pretty big damage, but probably not take it out. So it kind of did around what I thought it would, and now we've got the Fire Blast coming from the Magmortar. I'm just trying to imagine there for a second if Ember would have taken me out the stun there. It might actually, I think Ember might have taken me out. So the sun is going to go away, and now we're going to go into the Lando. So this was the Troll Fissure Smackdown explosion set. So going for that low kick smackdown on the Magmortar, which is going to take it down. Okay, so this was pretty funny. So Magmortar goes down, and then a Pokemon that comes out that's actually, really good against my team. There was probably only one Pokemon that actually could do anything. So I just went for a Fissure real quick, and it takes it out. The big love just goes down in one turn. Man, I was so fortunate about that because it's such a bulky Pokemon, and, I was very, very happy taking that one out in one shot. If it was the Wish set, if it was like the Wish stalling set, I was very happy. Anyway, so now we got the partly cloudy coming in here, which is the Altaria. Okay, so I thought, well, let's just go for Explosion to get as much damage off as possible. And, just if it does survive, I can swap something in just to, revenge take it up. So it does probably a little bit more than 3/4 damage, and Altaria is going to live that one, and it's going to go for a Dragon Breath. Man, Altaria's breath doesn't smell very nice, people. So now I'm going to go into my Thundurs, which is the nasty bot, the Thunder Shock set. So I just went for the Thunder Shock, but they real quick mega it. I was like, damn! I knew this is going to live now because of the resistors, and we got the big part. Like the weather has changed, people. It's not partly cloudy anymore. There's a lot of clouds. So now we got the Thunder Shock. I nearly keep calling it Thunderbolt. And now we got the Dragon Breath coming from the Mega Altaria. Man, it still does a lot of damage considering like the crappy base power of the move. And now we're going to finish off the Mega Altaria with the Thunder Shock. Not many people could say they finished off a Mega Altaria with the Thunder Shock. Right, so we got 2 more Pokemon remaining, and I've still got 2 other Pokemon too. I bet you'll never know what they are. So we got the Big Bag Panda coming up. I thought that my best option here would be to go for the Thunder Shock. However, we're going to get outsped. I'm guessing it's probably Choice Scarf, and it's going to take out my Thundurus with a knockoff. So that's cool. Thundurus kind of did its job there. Guys, it got rid of my magnet. How could they? My Thunder Shock magnet. All right, so now we're going to go into the Landorus. I'm going to go for the Focus Mist here. That was kind of my best option. So now we've got the Pango going for the knockoff, just getting rid of my item. Now that actually was very fortunate for me because that actually allowed me to use other moves than Focus Mist and Calm Mind too. So now we've got the Focus Mist taking out the Big Panda in one shot with a crit. I don't know if that one mattered, depending on what EVs they're running. It could have mattered, but it still would have done like a heck of a lot of damage regardless. So the last Pokemon is the Chestnut. Now, if you guys do remember on the Calm Mind set, I actually had Psychic on here too. So the Calm Mind choice back. So anyway, go for the Psychic, does big damage to the Chestnut. Now, Chestnut is going to set up the Leech Seed. So as soon as I seen the Leech Seed, bro, I was like, they're probably going to go, after seeing the Leechovers. Guys, the Leechovers. I just made a new item up. Roast me in the comment section right now. So we've got the Leech Seed. We got the Leftovers. And I was like, they're going to have Scummy Shield for sure. And they're going to get back most of their health. Probably may even leave my Psychic. So I thought, let's swap out here. And let's go into my last Pokemon, which is my Tornadus, to actually take it out. I've got Acrobatics on this set, which will be very nice too. Now, I was actually quite fortunate. Their last 2 Pokemon were weak to the, they're weak to the fighting and the flying. If they weren't, this battle could have definitely turned out different. But that is the game, people. I hope you enjoyed both these battles. And I'll catch you on the stream. Link is in the description. Make sure you are following there. And that's about it. Peace.